Hey friends, hi, hello, vanakkam. You are watching this interview series with Mr. Abhishek IAS. Three parts of this series is already out. If you haven't checked it out, the links are given in the description box below. Please do check it out. And in this fourth part, he has shared a lot of things about Bharat Dakshin, and also he has shared about his journey as an assistant collector and has given multiple tips for we aspirants and how we can reach Labasna. So this would definitely be an inspiring video to most of you. I hope that, and over to the video. Coming to the Bharat Darshan part, obviously you are visiting multiple places on a 1.5 months, which is practically not possible for any other common person to go
Yeah,
to so many places and do it. So, how
true.
was your Bharat Darshan and what were all the learnings and outcomes which you
Uh, Bharat Darshan, Bharat Darshan is like the most important part to which I was actually looking because I love traveling. I love visiting places and learning from those places. And apart from that learning, it is the first time you and your friends will be traveling as a group. And you will take all four modes of transport: road, rail, air, and ship. You will be touching everything. So, Bharat Darshan, if you ask about learnings from Bharat Darshan, I've learned a lot from Bharat Darshan. First, I was there with the men of our own armed forces who are saving the borders. We were staying with them in the border, in the LOC, in the Poonch sector. I stayed in Poonch sector with the army men in the border. It was like truly the best part of Bharat Darshan because never before we have actually dreamt how army men will be, how our armed forces will actually be there on field. Because we all know they are in very difficult circumstances, trying the best to protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity. But that was the first time I got to know how hard and how enthusiastic they are in saving us. It was the best. We stayed in a bunker. We had an opportunity to just try different arms. We had an opportunity to try light machine guns. We even shot. Uh, they taught us how to do. Then taught us in the sense they were shooting and we were seeing it. They will just show how it will be, how to understand the functioning of the army, how a day in army man's life will be. That was a beautiful experience. Then the generic travel we'll be having. We'll be having a lot of different attachments. See, every place we go, it is not simply we are going to that place to do a tour. Every journey, every stop we have, will have a learning component. For example, we went to Udaipur. That will be called as smart city attachment. Definitely, you will be traveling the palaces there in Udaipur. You will be doing shopping. You can just go to hotels and taste the local cuisine, everything. But we will be having a attachment with the city corporation, smart city, and you can learn what are the projects that are being taken up in Udaipur. That's a smart city attachment. Then we went to Bhadrachalam in Telangana. It is a tribal attachment. See, as an IS officer, definitely you will be having your postings in tribal areas. And it is your duty to ensure tribal people's culture is protected, but they are also developed. So to understand how their life is, how you can contribute them, what are all the current successful model that is being implemented, we were taken there. Like that, we'll be having island attachment where we went to Lakshadweep. We will be having Army, Navy, Air Force, all the three attachments. For the first time, we will be visiting submarines, warships. You can go and visit warplanes. If you're lucky, you can even visit the modern planes that has been bought by the Indian Air Force. Everything will be given, and everything will be given in a lucid format. It will not be like so technical you cannot understand. Everything will be like it's like just learn you as you travel. So that's the Bharat Darshan's motto. We learned as we traveled, and apart from learning, the most important thing will be making friends. Because foundation course will be like you'll be running from pole to pole. Your day will be so restricted, and since we are all from different backgrounds, we will have our own small coterie of people with whom we will just hang out. But it is the Bharat Darshan where all the barriers will break, and you will be so close with all the 20 other people in your group. And the best friends I made in academy was from Bharat Darshan. Still, our friendship is very close. Still, we are chatting. Everyone will be asking, "How are you? How are you?" Even now, and that friendship, I think, will travel forever. Bharat Darshan is not just for learning. It is not just for enjoying. It is also for making friends.
can. And now being a sub collector, so in schools and colleges, we would have had many ideas, but we could have not got that responsibility that going in and working in a place. So even in any other job, they might not have this responsibility. So being a sub collector, how does it feels to you, and what is a work of a sub collector generally?
See, now I'm an assistant collector, which is essentially I'm doing my practical training in the district. Here, how my day goes. It is the first time I am coming out of my academy. I'm coming out as an officer out of academy. I'm staying in a district. I'm trying to learn how the administration functions. As you say, before the exam, we'll be having a lot of idea about how an IS officer in field works. But this is the time actually we learn how things work. So here, what I'm currently doing is I had my attachment with Superintendent of Police, Prakasam district. I totally learned how policing functions. Because as an administrator, it is not just IAS. You will be working closely with IPS. You should work in tandem with them because law and order control is, even though it is the job of an administration, it is currently being completely handled by police department. So police and IAS, they should travel together. So I learned how policing functions. This was my first time I saw how FIR is being filed, how charge sheet is being filed, how cases are being investigated. All these things which we generally see in news, we'll be seeing they trace the person like this. I'm seeing it lively. And how district collector works. What is the responsibility of the collector? How much respect the collector gets? The respect generally comes not because of the chair or the three letters that is behind your names, behind your name. It comes from the work we do. What are the responsibility of a collector? How responsible, accountable, and efficient a person should be as an administrator? How quick a decision should be taken? You cannot sit over a file and just leave it. See, now it is a corona time. I'm currently seeing into COVID related activities. I'm also studying how my joint collector sir is working, how he's handling meetings. The decision that is being taken, it should be efficient, quick. There should be no delay in action, because if you delay, the loss will be more. So it is totally different. At the same time, you cannot just take any decision as you want. In cinemas, it will be shown that just say as you do. It is not like that. It is a teamwork. You will be having your own people. You will be having your own departmental staff. It is like getting inputs from everybody, receiving inputs from doctors, receiving input from medical officers, receiving input from ANMs, auxiliary nurse, midwife, receiving inputs from ASHA, receiving input from the head of the department, getting all inputs, then taking decision. So here you get input, but decision is yours. So if anything goes out of control, you are responsible. That means in a district collector, joint collector, or whomsoever the officer there is responsible. So that I'm learning it now. So it is totally different from what I initially thought. And again, you have a lot of scope to touch lives of people. If you think, definitely you can change lives of people, but aspirants should also keep it in mind that you have your own responsibilities and you have your own limitations. We are bound by the constitution. So anything and everything cannot be done as you just seen in a movie. It is not that quick. It will take it to its own time. But if you are committed, you can really impact the lives of population. It doesn't mean I can just turn the lives of crores and crores, but really I can bring in change in few hundreds of people, and I can ensure that 100 people's life gets better. That gives a perfect job satisfaction.
Thank you, sir. That is a very valuable thing which we really wanted to know. Thanks a lot, sir. And being an aspirant to being a civil servant, obviously the responsibilities and all the things which we have is really changing a lot. So, what
Yeah.
are all the tips and things which you want to say to aspirants so that they could really have the hope of becoming a civil servant and serving the nation?
First is that idealism. As an aspirant, everybody will be ideal. That I should work for the people. I should work for. I should learn more. Everybody will be having that idealism within their own self. That should stay on forever. This is an advice given to me by my joint collector sir now in the district training. He said the idealism within me. which was with me as an aspirant, which is now within me, should stay on forever. Then I again see I don't have that much practical experience. Technically, I'm also new to this service. It is just hardly an year old. I cannot give a sweeping advices to aspirants. But this 1 year, what I understood is you should be decisive, you should be assertive. At the same time, you should not be too much authoritative. There is a thin line difference between authoritativeness and assertiveness. You should understand people. You should have the ability to ensure the work gets done. These are the few aspects which a person should cultivate from their aspirant days. Which I'm literally what I'm saying is you should develop your leadership skills. The only thing that should you focus apart from your preparation or post clearing the exam is fine tuning your leadership skills. If you fine tune your leadership skills, definitely you will be a good leader, a good bureaucrat, and a good civil servant. Apart from that, you should also improve one's listening skills. You should listen to people, you should listen more, understand what they are saying, get it, use your knowledge, and bring out a result. Listening skills should be fine tuned, it should be improved. Leadership skills should be improved. Idealism within every aspirant should be kept intact. And that quest for knowledge should also be kept intact.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. This has given a lot of inputs for us, and surely multiple aspirants would be like they'll be motivated to a greater level because of your words. Thanks a lot
Thank
for
you so
joining
much.
us.
Thank you so much. I think via your platform, I would reach a number of people because many were asking for me to put a video. I'm not having a proper YouTube channel. So I think via this platform, uh, my views, my own perception, I think it can reach so many people. Thank you so much.
Thank you
All
so
the
much,
best
sir.
for you too. All the best for your exams. I think one day you will be on this side giving answers to another aspirant.
Hopefully, sir. Thanks a lot. So that's the end of part 4 of the video and this interview series with Mr. Abhishek IAS. I hope this series is helping you a lot whatsoever. Please do say us in the comments below so that we'll know you better. And I take this opportunity to give a heartful thank to Mr. Abhishek IAS for spending his valuable time with us. Thank you so much, sir. I also extend my heartful gratitude to you, audience, because this is never a one-man show. It's because of you this series is continuing this much, and thank you so much for that. Keep supporting, and if you people want to message me or him personally, you can always follow us in our Instagram IDs. Both our Instagram IDs are given in the description box below. You can follow us there. Thanks a lot for all your support. Thank you.